There is no denying the fact that the federal government and ASUU impasse is enervating for all parties concerned and the country at large. The Nigeria Labour Congress, NLC, has threatened to embark on a 3-day nationwide warning strike in solidarity with affiliate unions in the universities and Nigerian students. NLC President Comrade Ayuba Waba and the General Secretary Comrade Emmanuel Ubuaja jointly signed a communique to this effect after the Congress Central Working Committee meeting held in Abuja. Recall that Labour had given the federal government a 21-day ultimatum for it to resolve outstanding issues with a view to stemming the impasse. The 21 days are over and Labour is ready to cross the red line. Is this plain pig-headedness or barefaced imbalance of the senses?
Wow. For me, I think the quietness around the FG ASUU strike is too much. I think we should all be making more noise than we are, and we should be putting pressure on the federal government this time around, because you see, it is the federal government that signed an agreement with
a memorandum of action.
Yes, with the union.
Yeah.
And if it is not performing what he promised to do, it is his problem. It does not matter whether it started in 2009 or whether it started today, because government is a continuum. So I think we should all be mounting pressure on the federal government to do something about this impasse. You see, if we look at what these youths are going through and the implication of this strike on their education and the gains that foreign countries are making out of Nigeria because of this kind of problems, we would think twice. Many countries that don't even have universities, that are near 50% of the so-called bad Nigeria universities, are taking our children abroad. And we are paying huge money in Forex.
Because the money is there, BC.
Not necessarily because the money is there. You see, some people take loan. I know people that took loans
to send their children outside.
I know them. I even know people themselves that, you know. So it's not.
You fit take loan?
I know if you take loan, no.
Okay.
I go stay for Nigeria.
All right.
And thank God for private universities who will not go on strike. So thank God for that. So really, if we look at the plight of these students, we should be more concerned.
Yeah.
And I think that on this, I will support NLC embarking on a solidarity strike, at least to draw attention.
All right.
So
Emeka, I won't go into a debate with BC, but a strike called by the NLC, for me, seems like a broken record.
Well, it also reminds me of what I've been saying on social media about that the ASUU strike has been running for like 41 years now or something. I don't know. Now, I want to remind people that the first general strike we had in Nigeria was in 1945 by the late Michael Imodu.
Yeah.
So are we now saying that the demands of workers in 1945
have changed?
That they are even irrelevant? That why are workers still going on strike, since they've been going on strike since 1945? Even in the developed world, all over the world, you know, going on strike is a right of workers.
Yeah.
But I think beyond
you
that,
remember the last strike somewhere? Is it in Thailand? And the Prime
in different places. In different places. What about in Sri Lanka, where they forced the president to sack his cabinet because of power cuts?
Yeah.
So all these things, even in was it Burkina Faso? So all these things happen. But I think the president should at this time withdraw the vice president from his campaign junket to come and sit down with ASUU and make sure that all the issues are there. It is clear.
It's clear. Are you being fair?
No, it's clear. You see,
the man is running for president, and you ask.
The man has a job, a current job, vice president. Nigerians didn't elect him to be running for office, for running a campaign, while he should face the first duty that Nigerians have given to him, just like what you quoted Marcus Aurelius to have said. So now, the interest of this nation supersedes any campaign, political campaign or political ambition. He should withdraw the vice president because it's clear that Ngige, Mekawa Juba, Adamu, and the rest of them, that they have got to the end of the argument. They cannot go beyond what they've been able to do with ASUU. So they are just painting the situation. And it's only the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria that can bring these issues to an end. So it is either himself, Buhari, takes over the negotiation, or he calls the vice president to say, okay, what are the issues? How can we, are there certain things we can...
They are listening to you.
Yes, it's even good. And I'm telling them because our children are at home. Our children are at home. And our children are also listening to me. If I don't campaign for the interest of the children, they will call me an irresponsible Nigerian. So I have to speak out. The president has the buck stops at his table. He should do something.
Emeka, you are getting angry.
He should do something. No, I'm not getting angry. No, I don't need to get angry. It's an appeal to him. He's a father. He's a father. The vice president is a father. It won't take anything. Just 1 week off his campaign trail.
Let's take Ada. Ada is waiting patiently at Jos in Plateau State. Good evening, Ada. How are you?
Good evening.
Yes, Sister Ada. Yeah, we can hear you. Go on.
Hello.
Go on. We can hear you.
It's Ada calling from Jos Plateau State. I'm happy to get you. I know you're almost running out of time. Do you know what? NLC should do what they are doing. That is in solidarity with ASUU. And all of us, just like the has said there, we all must be involved. Because it's really shocking that there are two major principal characters that have to do with this ASUU strike negotiation. One, after picking the presidential nomination form or whatever of APC, one told us that ASUU is not supposed to tell them the platform they use is paying them. So what is that? They don't even have emotional intelligence. Even if it's what is at the back of their mind, why should he say it now? We are waiting for them in the field. The other one told us that they carried the negotiation was by good luck Jonathan. Maybe that's why they want to bring him back. So he will come and fulfill his promise. What the hell is going on in this country? For how long will we continue like this?
Yeah.
Let's wait for them in the field.
Thank you, Ada. Thank you, Sister Ada. Except that former President Jonathan has not thrown his hat in the ring. Please. That's not official. BC, let's look at, there's an old saying, when a quarrel drags on for too long, it suggests that the two parties are at fault. ASUU is holding on to UTAS. Government is saying IPPIS and so on. So there's a question of mutual suspicion here.
Because all of them have their own reasons to be suspicious. While government is saying that, okay, this is what we are going to use, ASUU is also saying that you have used this thing and there are so many ghost workers. And unfortunately for government, even the head of service confirmed recently that about 1,000 and something number of people were discovered as ghost workers, even on the NIPPS, or maybe now that is why they were able to discover them.
If we are able to catch ghosts, it's a plus.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying now, that maybe that is the reason why they are able to discover them. But for me, the payment platform is not the problem per se.
Yeah.
It's not that problem. There are many underlying problems that need to be sorted out. And it has to do with this so-called agreement that they always come to refer to 20 years to come. If there is any ASUU strike, they will still go back to that 2009 because the amount of money in that agreement, it is not possible for this government to be able to pay it. Or for Nigerian government.
No. Are you listening to
it's
you?
In trillions.
Well, they can start paying.
If they are just serious about it, somewhere. You understand? If they are serious, if they have been paying
how much did Mr. President get from approval to
just 50 billion.
No. I mean for the last money he got for.
He's been getting loans.
No. This last. What do
Okay,
you call
so
it?
all his loans, though, the loans
this fuel subsidy thing.
Okay.
4 trillion.
4 trillion.
And he can pay that one.
You can pay that one. Well, anyway,
No,
it's a question of priority.
Yes.
Okay.
It's a question of priority.
Education should be a
subsidy is
To our government.
okay to government.
Yes, that is their
Subsidy and
priority.
elections.
And that is the reason why the lecturers will not listen to you when you tell them that government or this nation does not have money. They will always come up with this kind of arguments. And I want to agree with them.
Emeka, we must go.
Yeah, thank you very much. But I think President Buhari should take over the negotiation or withdraw Vice President Yemi Osinbajo. Even if just 1 week, start from somewhere. Let these children
And
go back
maybe
to school.
the Labour Minister.
The Labour Minister that is running for office, they should be moved out. Himself and Emeka Wajuba, all of them that are interested in running for office, they should be moved out of the cabinet.
But the
And then
Vice
fresh
President
hands.
should be moved in.
No, the Vice President was
He was
elected. That's why I said the President should remind him, you have a day job,
Okay.
which Nigerians gave you. So come and carry out the functions of that day job, that current job, just for 1 or 2 weeks.
If it will solve the problem, why not?
Why not? Yes, so that these
Why not?
children can go back to school. It's pathetic.